Hello, this is Dr. Harun Ilyas, and in this video I will be breaking down Armando Broja's knee injury that he suffered against Aston Villa in Dubai. If you are into mechanics and anatomy of sports injuries, and if you want to know when your favorite player would be returning onto the pitch, consider subscribing to this channel. So Armando Broja suffered an anterior cruciate ligament tear, and I would be digging deep into this injury, but before that let's have a look how that injury has happened. And we can see in here that Armando Broja had a collision with Konsa, and after that we can heard Armando Broja screaming, and after that we can see Konsa and Aston Villa's goalkeeper trying to call the medical staff onto the pitch so that they can help Armando Broja. And after that collision, Armando Broja was in significant pain. He was then taken out of the field with the help of a stretcher, and the MRI reports claim that Armando Broja suffered an anterior cruciate ligament injury and he would be missing out the remaining of the season. So now I will be breaking down Armando Broja's anterior cruciate ligament injury against Aston Villa. And you can see that when Armando Broja was reaching Konsa, his one foot was in the air, and as he planted the foot he had a collision with Konsa, and after that Armando Broja fell on the ground and he was screaming with the pain. ACL or anterior cruciate ligament is one of the most common injuries that happen in football and rugby players, and this injury most commonly happens when a player tries to land after the jumping, or either he is trying to change the direction during the running. In the case of Armando Broja, he was approaching Konsa, his one foot was in the air, he probably did not had a good balance. This injury usually happens when the upper bone, which is also called the femur bone, and the lower bone, which is also called the tibia, are at an angle with each other. So anterior cruciate ligament is the ligament in the knee that along with other ligaments provides stability and support to the knee joint. And in the case of Armando Broja, when he collided with Konsa and his foot was in the air, his thigh bone, which is called the femur, is at an angle with his shin bone, which is also called the tibia. So I would explain this right here with the help of an elastic band. So consider this upper part is my thigh bone, which is also called the femur, and that lower bone is called the tibia, and the elastic band between them is called the anterior cruciate ligament, and these two bones settle over each other. So when the femur or the thigh bone is at an angle with the tibia, and that angle is too much that the anterior cruciate ligament, which is this elastic band over here, cannot withstand the pressure, it usually breaks down. So if you can see, it's right here, right in a normal position. When it goes beyond a certain limit, it usually breaks down. So during an ACL tear, an athlete might hear a popping sound, and along with that we can see pain and swelling in that knee. So anterior cruciate ligament is hardly an isolated injury. It might combine one of the two meniscus, or it might combine other ligaments. So now I would be talking about what surgery would Armando Broja would be undergoing for this injury. And the treatment of choice for a complete ACL tear is ACL reconstruction surgery, in which a graft is taken from our patella tendon, hamstring tendon, or peroneus longus tendon. And as you can see in this picture, the graft is inserted via drilling a hole in tibia and femur inside the knee, and then the graft is cured with the help of screws and endo buttons. And after a few months the bone grows along the graft, and this graft serves as a purpose of new anterior cruciate ligament. So if I talk here about how much time would Armando Broja would be requiring to return back on the field, so after an ACL reconstruction surgery, an athlete requires at least 9 months to get back onto the field. Armando Broja suffered this injury in December, and we might expect that he might be returning for Chelsea in the upcoming mid-season, and he will not be taking part in any of the remaining season of Chelsea. So this is it from this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to watch more content like this, consider subscribing to this channel.